Hello everyone, welcome back to another session of Analysis with Emmanuel. And today we are going to be doing a lot of things. We are going to touch a lot of things today. So I'm going to show you how to create this dynamic Power BI dashboard, and I'm going to show you how to create a 3D view of it. So what you can actually do with the 3D view is to get an immersive, clearer visual of whatever dashboard you work with. Do you get what I'm saying? So there is a button for a 3D view where you come here and you can check out whatever car you pick, whatever model you pick. You can check for the 3D view of that particular model. So what I'm doing right now is I'm trying to open up every model so we can check out each and every one before we start the tutorial. Do you get what I'm saying? So this is a Tesla stock data set. So here we are going to analyze the sales, the stock sales of Tesla, its models and its price insights. You get, so because we all know Tesla have some certain models, so we gather the data set that we can work with. So now this is a 3D view, a more clearer view of whatever dashboard we are going to work with. So I'm going to show you each and every step on how to link a 3D view to the dashboard you'll be working with. So this is for the model 3. This is for the model 3. This is the thing we are going to add to our dashboard. So it's going to make it a very wonderful site, something that is going to be interesting to analyze. This is a project that you can actually use to stand out. Do you get what I'm saying? So you can actually get a clearer view of whatever. This is like a 3D model. Do you get what I'm saying? This is like a 3D model of whatever. So it's not just only going to be applicable to Tesla or to cars. So whatever project you are working on, yes, exactly. So I'm going to show you the steps, and we are going to create this dynamic Power BI dashboard. So let's head to our. So this is my Power BI page. Now, the first step we are going to do. Now, if you check the description of this video, you are going to see a link, a Google Drive link, where you can actually get the data set we are going to be working with. So when you check the Google Drive link, you're going to see the data set we're going to be working with. So I'm going to put you through every step and everything to be able to achieve this same thing. This is a very simple dashboard. This is a dashboard I work with. So the first step we're going to do is open a blank report. So open a blank report. So just make sure you download make sure you download the data set and every material you're going to use. So if you've not checked out my video before, if you are just new to my video, this is something I introduced to make my work very simpler. So most of the time I write down the measures and the columns we are going to be working with. Do you get it? So we tend to not waste much of our time writing these things. So what you're just going to do is you're going to, while I work, you're just going to copy and paste. So I'm going to be explaining measures while we do it. So you are going to be able to understand it to the level that you can be able to defend it as your project. Right? You get what I'm saying? This is an analysis page, an analysis channel. We are not just coming here to learn how to make dashboards, how to create dashboards that we don't even understand. You understand? So I'm going to explain everything deep in a manner that, okay, yes, you are flowing and you are flowing in a manner that you can actually stand on your own. So the first thing we are going to do is get data. So we want to import the data we are going to be working with. You are really going to learn a lot from this session. So I really want you to pay so much attention, calm down, breathe in, breathe out, and let it flow. Now you change it to all files. From Excel files, change it to all files. So we're going to load the Tesla stock data set first. So I did not just now about the 3D. I'm going to show you. I really don't know if you're interested, but there is a way I got my 3D, those images in 3D, the particular data set. But this particular data set, this one I'm going to be loading in now. This particular data set I'm going to be loading in now. I got it from Cargo. You get? I got it from Cargo, but for the 3D own, I did not get it from Cargo. I made the data set my own self. So I went to extract so many um, 3D images. I went to get their embedded links. So if probably you're interested in knowing how I was able to go through that, you can also let me know in the comment section so I would be able to walk you through. Maybe probably I'll make another video on that one especially. So I was supposed to get another data, my bad. So I was supposed to transform everything together. So let's still do it. Let's still change it to all files. This is the CAM model. So this particular data set was one that I had to write in myself. So I had to get everything. So if you're still interested in knowing how I was able to do it, you go to transform data. That was what I pressed when I got enter data and it's still loading. So here you are going to go to new source. So we are going to import the CAM model images um, together 2 times rather. We're going to import it 2 times, and I'm going to tell you why we are doing that. You get it? Now this is the dashboard that we did without having to. Now, if you noticed, let me okay, let me come back. Now, if you noticed, we have icons here in this place that my cursor is in now, but we have only one page. You get it? Now, you know, most of the time when we have a situation where we can go through it, it's mostly on page navigation. But this one, we are using only one page and we're going to do everything in one page. So I think that's one good thing about this particular project. That yes, that was one good thing. And it has a lot of advantage and there are a lot of things we're actually going to learn while we go through it. So this is the stuff. This is the second time we are going to be importing it. So now we're going to make sure we use it as first two. Use first two as header. Use first two as header too. Okay, very good, very good. So now we're going to save it. Now I want to show you something. When we come here, when we check the model view of this, I want to show you something in the model view of this particular project. Now, if you check something, if you see in the model view, what happened? Now, if you see in the model view, you see that one is disconnected while one is actually connected. This is a relationship between the Tesla stock dataset and the model selector. You understand what I'm saying? So now the reason why we disconnected this one, and that was the reason why we had to put, you know, I told you that we are loading this thing twice. Now if you check, we load it twice. So now the reason why we disconnected this one is because during this selection here, if we don't disconnect it, when we'll be selecting, eh, it will not align. They won't work well. Do you understand? Now, if this the part we use for the chiclet, if you check it out here, you see that it is the disconnected one, which is the model selector slicer. Check the model. The model selector slicer is the disconnected one. And now if you check the visual, you see that what we used is the icon URL and the model from the model selector slicer. Do you get what I'm saying? even when we did from this one, it's from the model selector selector. It is not from this one. There is no checking. So everything, but most of the times when we want to do this, we need to create a relationship, fine, for other measures to work. But for this particular chiclet slicer and this simple image, we have to use the one disconnected. Now that was the reason why I'm just trying to explain why we did this thing two times. You understand? So for you to be able to align, you have to use one. So now what I will do first here is I'm going to explain this to you. So I need you to understand the dashboard. So I think the second best thing is understanding your data set, understanding what you're working with. So when you understand what you work with, your journey is halfway already. Do you understand? When you understand what you're working with, and when you understand what you're supposed to do with what you are working with, your journey is halfway complete already. So this is the model. So we have four models here. We have the Y, we have the 3, we have the S, and we have the X. So this is odometer. This is like the distance traveled per each model. Do you understand? Per each rows. So this is the price of the particular car. You understand? So what we talk of DAS, this is driver assistance system. It could be autopilot, it could be enhanced by autopilot, or it could be full self-driving. Do you understand? Now, this one is either is no accident history or accident history. This one means what? Equated monthly installment. So, if you want to get this particular car, you don't have the full amount. You can use the equated monthly installment to pay for this car. So, this is how much you're going to be paying. This is how much you are going to be paying 809 for this particular car if you were to pay instrumentally. So this is state abbreviation for each state, CH for California, and so on. So I just briefly explained and went through the data set. So now the first thing we are going to do is I want to load our this thing, image background. So this is the background we are going to be working with. Do you understand? So just a Power BI, PowerPoint, something I had to craft. Yes. So now the first thing we are going to do is the next thing we are going to do is while we are going to be creating the card visuals, which are these, while we are going to be creating the measures, I'm going to explain it. Now, for you to be able to achieve using a chiclet slicer to control the whole of the dashboard, to control the movement of the dashboard without having to do page navigation, without having to create multiple pages, eh, you have to get a what we call a selected will I call it URL? Let's check. So you have to get a selected model. Do you understand? Now, if you are a data analyst that uses Python, you will know what we call variables. Probably like when you store something in variable, if you know any programming language, you know what we call variable. So it's just like a variable. So here, if you choose model X gets stored in a variable. So that variable is what's now going to affect every other thing. So every other thing just automatically changes to everything relating to model X. You get what I'm saying? So now let's create the, I just explained this, so I'm going to be able to create it. So like I said, you copy this. Now you come here, new measure. You right click on this, go to new measure. Okay. Now I think there is a mistake somewhere, and now I want us to um, make the edit. Now when you come here, come to this second car model image. We are going to change the name. If you highlight this car model image too, we are going to change the name totally to this. Copy. It's going to be the name. Now automatically it works. Because now this is what we're going to. So now let's change the name of this one too. So we're going to change the name to model selector. Here is that's what we're going to call it now. So we are good. Yes. So now this model we have been able to create like a variable that will select the value. Whatever value we choose from our models, this is the one that's going to keep it. You understand? So now we need to create what we call selected 3D URLs. Do you understand? Based on there is what that button that I worked with. I'm coming. So now when you highlight this Tesla, right click on it, go to new measure, enter. Now this this 3D link, 3D view link, all right. So this is the one that is going to get the selected 3D. For the one we just created now, the 3D URL, this is where we are going to work with it. You understand? This is where we are going to work with it. So now what are we doing next? Let me check. So we are done. Enter. Good, good. So we are going to be creating some card visuals first. So while we are doing it, we are going to be creating some measures first. You understand? So the first thing, okay, let's create this column. This is the odometer bin column. Let's create this column. Now, what does this column actually do? This column helps us to group the car into a mileage or like the distance travel. It puts it into like a category. Come here. This one is a column, not a measure. Go to new column. Now, do you understand? So why this one matters is because it helps us to quickly understand how much the car has been used, and it's easier to compare groups of cars than individual mileage numbers. Do you understand? It helps us to understand how much the car has been used, so what price you'll be selling it for, how much it's been used. All these are the analysis we are going to be working with. You understand? So we have created the column. Now we want to start creating measures. This card KPI card visual measures. So the first one we're going to create is the average price. We all know what the average price is, all right? We all know. So it helps us. It shows the average price of Tesla cars. If you are looking at all models, it gives the average across everything. You understand? So why this average car matters in this moment? Come here, measures. So why it matters in this moment is because it helps buyers or analysts compare which models are more expensive or cheaper based on their average, based on their average price. Do you understand? See, I'm explaining the measures while we are trying to create things on them. So let's say we want to, should I finish this thing before you know what we'll do? Let me put the KPI card visual first. And while I'm creating the measures, let me know that we are working at the moment. What did I use? The card new. Where's the card new? KPI card new. This one now, I'm going to show you how to put sparklines in your using sparklines is not in Power BI is not that easy actually. Using sparklines in Power BI is not that easy. It's very much different from using sparkline in in Excel. So the colored value, we're going to make edit on the colored value. It's too large. Let me still see later. Let me off the background first. showing white because the card is white of the background of the card. Now for the call out value, we want to make it white. Now if you check out my normal, you see I love to use SOGI semi bold or what? Guys, let me confirm what the okay, so we're using 20 for the call out value. 20 as well, okay? No problem. So after you're done with loading everything, we need to remove this average price here. So once you highlight it, you come to this you can just come here and search label of it. It's not supposed to be there. So now we need to add the title. So you exit the label, go to general, average price for the title. Then you exactly we need to make it white. We have to remove the border too. So GUI, put it in so GUI semi bold. Okay, I think this is fine. Put it in the middle. Now we need to remove the border for the card place. Go to your card, off the border. So now the let's correct the size. The size of it is going to be 97,215. Exactly this. This is the size we are going to be working with here. Now position it very well. I'm going to still add the this thing, the packet, the sparkline later. So now we are going to go to the, let's highlight it. Now we're going to go to the effect, scroll down to shadow. We're going to on the shadow, put it in this color. Good, yeah. Now this is how good it looks. So we're going to do it for the rest. Now let's copy this. That's Control C. Now Control V. How many did I do? I'm supposed to position them. If I did more than I'm supposed to, I think we'll have to delete one. Okay, I think I did more than I'm supposed to. So remove this. So now you use Control C to copy, then you use Control V to paste it. Paste what you copied. Now try to align them. This is it. So you press this. When you highlight this one, you press Shift. Highlight this one. Just put your hand on Shift and keep going. So we want to align everything. Oh, my bad, not center. Align them distribute horizontally. Why am I making this mistake? I want it to be the same. Just while I'm trying to set it up, just set up yours. Make everything equal, the same line. Okay, I think this is good enough. Good enough. So now we are done with this. So now we need to make edits of each of them. So the next thing we are going to be doing is, I think, is the median odometer. So this is like the median distance traveled, the median mileage. Now, there is a reason why we use median instead of using average, average or using mean. It's because using the median will give us a better result. Now, when we say, for instance, let me brief you sharply on it. So let me say, for instance, when you have one odometer of one particular model to be 15,000 and you have another odometer traveled to be 150,000. Now, there is an average, there is like a very big difference. When you use average, it's going to give you the middle. Do you understand? Now, but median will give you a eh, more accurate frequency with it. It's not just going to be, it's not going to be the middle. It's going to be able to cover it more. So you can try to make research on why using median is better than using average, because that was what I did. Do you get? So the next thing we are going to do is for the median, right? We'll change this thing here. We change it to odometer. Now, this drop down, change it to median. Now, the title of this is how it's going to be too. This one, what we are going to work with is the average EMI. You get. So you see that we didn't have to create any measure for this particular one. We didn't have to create any measure because the only odometer is already there. For this one, we had to create a measure for it. Now, for the average price, for the average EMI, wait, I think there's something that was okay. So for the average EMI, okay, exactly. I think we're supposed to use the odometer pin here rather than the video odometer pin. Let me confirm that. Let me confirm that what we use here. Okay. It's still the same thing. So let's copy this. So I'm going to put this one inside the Control C. So I'm going to put this one inside here too, so that everything will come together. I think I forgot to highlight this particular method. So now let's create this one. Now the reason why I actually thought of it was because we are working with what we call a selected model. Do you understand? So every measure we are going to be creating so far, every particular matrix you're going to be creating must be based on the selected model. Now, if you take an instance on what I had to select, I've copied it already. Now you see that the variable selected should be the selected model. Do you understand? So I think that was why I could sense that something was wrong somewhere. So now I've put it there, the odometer. So while I'm going to put this one in the description of this video, you're also going to see it. So copy this particular one. Do you understand what I'm saying? So now the odometer based on, so now let's come here, create measure, new measure. When you right click on that, you see a new measure pane, enter. So when you highlight this one, come here, median odometer is what we're going to use. Okay, so I think the other one we used was 29K, so there's a difference. So let's try to make our um, data set accurate. So here now we're going to be calculating for the average AMI. We're going to calculate for the average AMI. Let me confirm here what was used. Average AMI. I didn't copy this. So now Control C. Let me put it also. I'm going to also make every amend I'm going to make it. I'm going to make it here. It is not in this particular place. So now, but if you check it now, I've not uploaded it. But if you check it now, you see it there. So I've uploaded. So just make sure you check your Make sure you check the measures and column. You are going to see all the formulas there. Now we are going to, for this particular one, to calculate the average um, equated amount paid instrumentally for that particular car. Do you understand? So this is what we're going to use for it. So we're going to create another measure, create a new measure for the average AMI. Now, if you check it again, like what I was telling you earlier, you see that everything we are doing is based on the selected model. Can you see that? Because the selected model, we are not working with page navigation here. Every metrics we are working with here must work with the variable. So if you choose any icon from this particular left hand side of the visual, it reflects to every other ones. Do you understand? So I think we've done that. This did it work out? So where's the average EMI? Oh, my bad, my bad. Remove, highlight this, remove the average price. Average EMI should be what should be there. Okay, great. So now we want to put percent with accident. This one is to calculate in the data how many percent, like percentage, had accident and how many did not have accident. You understand? For the car, it also helps you to know, okay, this one is this particular car model prone to accident, which, so these are the analysis you could get from this particular measure. So let's, if you come here, I did that. So percent with accident, this is it. This is the measure for it. Come here too. It is in that measures and column notepad I created for easier copy and paste, but I'm still explaining what we're doing. So for the new measure, we're going to be putting the percent with accident inside. Enter. Every measure we are creating has the selected model as the variable, unless you would pick from there and nothing will work. That's just it. If you are working with something like this, you note that everything you are going to be working must just have selected model part of it. So now we highlight this, remove the average price. We are going to put percent with accident history, right? No, percent with accident. Okay, no, let me not put it here. Percent with accident, I want it to be in this place. Then percent with no accident. Let me put percent with accident here. So 0.1 is the percent with accident. Now for the percent with no accident, let us come here, copy. This one is a simple metric. Everybody understands it. You understand? So it's not something that. So now we come here, you highlight this. Now right click, new measure. We want to create the new measure for the percent no accident. Let's right click on this, 0.9. So you can clearly see that if 0.9 has Oh, I've not changed the title, but you can clearly see that if 0.9 um, has no accident, 0.1 has an accident. So altogether is 1. So this shows that this particular matrix is very much accurate. Do you understand? So if yours doesn't correlate, you know that okay, I made a mistake somewhere. You can reach out to me in the comment section. So we want to change the title. Want to put it to percent with no accident. If you have any better name, you can actually name it. It mustn't be what I name mine. Do you get? So percent. Do you get? It mustn't be what I name mine. I think I should get it, but this name is too long. What did I use here? Percent with accident, percent without accident. Okay, that without here. Rather than using with no, that one is better. It's just a three sentence now. The three this is now. I think okay, yeah, this is way better now. So we're done with okay, let's edit this one. I didn't see that. So this one is the average AMI. I've explained what the average AMI means, right? So if you want to pay instrumentally based on the characteristic and analysis of this particular model, this is the average monthly installment for everything they get. So now we're done with creating the card visuals. We want to put the sparklines now. So we are going to import a model for the sparkline. I think this was how I did mine. I'm going to download a new model for the sparkline. I think it's Sparkline by OKBIC, if I'm not mistaken. If I'm not mistaken, I think it's Sparkline by OKBIC. Let's check out what I used the other time. So this is Sparkline by OKBIC. That was correct. Now you come here, you search for putting a Sparkline into this thing is not the same way. You know when you are using Excel, it's very easy to do that. It's very easy to put a sparkline. Just go there, you see a line or your column. I think it's quite different in Power BI. There are ways you can come in. You can just go through it if you feel like. Add. You can go through it if you feel like. So it's going to pop up here. Exactly. So now what do we want to trend? We want to see the average price based on state. So this sparkline is going to show the average price based on state. Do you understand? So let me confirm something from here. Confirm something exactly based on state. So in the axis you put the state, but in the values you put the average price. Where is it? So this is how it's going to be. Now you remove the label. Now this is the sparkline for this particular in. So now we're going to remove the background. Now for the line, we're going to change the color of for the line. We're going to change the color. What color did we use the other time? And let me check for the color code of this particular one so that everything is going to align. 25 F 8259 FF. For this, this is so now we are going to this, copy this, use Ctrl C, copy it. Now you do under Control. Now we're going to be able to set, so we're going to be able to separate them, highlight it. Now let's so this is how it's, let's do the same for here. You see, but we're still going to edit them, but I'm just trying to set them up better. We're still going to edit them, I'm just trying to set them up in a better way. Okay, so now for this, we are now going to get for the median odometer, instead of based on states, let me confirm. Axis here instead of this, so median. Okay, so the axis now is going to be the odometer being created the other time. Then for the values, it's going to be the median odometer. How it's going to be. So for this one, so we're going to pick the accident zone, open it. So this one now is like somebody bandaged. This was the best I could come up with. So yeah, we're going to place it something around here. This was the best I could come up with. My bad. I think I will still make this word, this call out value bigger, so you can actually. I think there's a lot of distance here. So let's get the other images first. So this one is for safety. The ones without accident, just basic symbols. I just had to check out to get. So for the call out value, let's check it out. What is going to fit better? Let me go to 25. Does it? I might have to do something now. Just try to follow me. Let me increase this one too. Put the title in 15. We're just trying to make some little amendments. Put the title in 15 and put the call out value in 25. Let's just keep saying chill. This call out value is 2. Okay, let's same here. 24 and title. Let's increase. So let's make this one 24 too. The call out value. Okay. The so just make this little amendment. We're trying to fit it in better. You understand? So it looks better. Just make it to make these few amendments. Apologies for not checking it out earlier. So now we would have to resize this particular one. Okay, the same as this particular one. Okay, these ones I think they are good to go. Try to put it in the center a little bit so it comes out too. Okay, so we are good with the card visuals now. So we have to let's go to the side icons so we can go to the center image and let's check how it is now. So what we're going to import is the Chicklet slicer. I think here is not inside there, so we have to get it from the more visuals. Am I getting the wait, see it here. You can read it if you want to. Let me put my visual. So what we are going to now work with is the model selector. Okay, I think we have not made this edit here. I think we've not made this edit here. So there's something we're supposed to do here I talked about earlier. So which is what we are supposed to get the communication between this model selector slicer and this one. Do you understand? So we're going to kill it so they can align well. So now it's on its own, but it's still in the data set, but it's on its own at the moment. So only these two are connected. So, but if you want to still check it out, probably on your own, you can just use it. Then maybe you will see what I'm talking about. So maybe you can use it while it's still connected. So maybe you can actually see what I'm talking about. So when we come here, we using the one that is disconnected. So the image is supposed to be the image URL, if I'm not mistaken. Pricing. Sure. Let me confirm. Sorry, icon URL. But before I do that, let's do something. Let's go to the table view. So we are supposed to make something, right? If I'm not mistaken, I think where is that one? We're supposed to make this one web data category, make it a web URL before it can work. Um, yes. one, make it a image URL. This one, make it an image URL. I think we were able to do this earlier. I think so. But regardless, web, the 3D URL is a web URL. You get it. So it's not an image URL. The 3D is for the that 3D model. So for the icon, it's going to be image URL. So after we are done with that, it's time to create our icon slicer that we're going to put on the left hand side of this video. Now I want to make a little experiment so you see what I was talking about earlier on. So now this is the model selector. This is the one I said cannot work, right? Let's try to use it so that you will see what. So even if you didn't do it the other time, you're going to see how it actually came about the other time. Let me put the icon URL here. So this is it, and let me set it up better. I'm going to reduce this to 1 column and put this to 5. Then in this chicklet, we're going to reduce this to 8, reduce this to 72, and reduce this to 50. Reduce this to 50. So hey, my bad. I did an error there. So now we let us position them better. This is it, right? So this is it. Now we are going to off the background. Normally, I told you about offing the background. Where is the background effect? Go to effect, you off the background of this thing. So now this is it, right? So this is the slicer. I'm still going to make edit, but I just want to show you what I mean by it won't work. Now let's off multiple selection, because if you leave multiple selection on, it will not also work. This is multiple selection, off it. You understand? So when you select one, you select one. That's how it's supposed to be. So now when you select model 3, it gives you values. When you select model S, it gives you model S, it gives you values and the rest. But when you select Cybertruck, it gives you nothing. It gives you nothing, like everywhere is going to be blank because of you use this one. And the reason why is because of when you come to this place, you notice that in Cybertruck we have the model code to be all. Do you understand? We have the model code to be all in the Cybertruck. So it's not going to work. You have to use this particular one here, this model select, the one that the relationship is not together. Do you get what I'm saying now? You can still try it out. I think it's even best to even try it out. So these are new things you're going to learn, and this is a new things you're learning. So now let's say we want to choose our Cybertruck. It gives us value. If we choose model 3, we can still choose Cybertruck and it will give us value. Do you now see the logic there? So now let's make our edits on this particular thing. Now we're going to go to image, change this to 90, stretch image. Now go to Chicklet. I'm still going to make some edits on this. Now unselected should be I want it to be black. Yes, unselected should be black. Padding should be 5. This should be rounded. Just follow the steps. With this particular one now, I will let's off the header, off this header. Can you see it? So this width, so I want it to be like a full stuff. Great. So now this is how it looks like. You can still make some advancement. So if you want the selected, it's when it's selected, if you want it to have a different color, You can come here, selected color, and probably make it look like any other color you think suitable. Let me try out white. No, I don't want it. White is going to look too flat for me. I think I wouldn't prefer white. I would just prefer something white, but like off and not pure white. Something like this. Great. So yeah, everything now for me is blending. So now the next step is to put our center image, which is the image viewer. So you're going to come here again to get more visuals. Or do we have the simple image viewer here? Wait, let me try to get more visuals. I think it's not here. So if the journey so far has been good, if you've been gaining a lot of it, I would like you to press the subscribe button, subscribe to the channel, so you don't miss tips like this and helpful videos like this. So simple image viewer, exactly. So this is it. You can see the Power BI normal visualization tools are not enough. Sometimes you need to go outside the box of it and get something that would fit into what you want to work with. You must not always use this box of visuals. You mustn't always use it. Try to push yourself out there and get familiarization with other tools. Do you get what I'm saying? So it's going to add very soon. Let's just wait a little bit. I've added it. It's added. So now this is it. Tap it. So this is where we are going to connect our image to. This is where we are going to connect. So now the image we are going to connect here is what? The image URL. Don't use from the model selector. Use from this one. Image URL. Now off the background. It's added. So now this is it. Tap it. So this is where we are going to connect our image to. This is where we are going to connect. So now the image we are going to connect here is what? The image URL. Don't use from the model selector. Use from this one. Image URL. Now off the background. Pararara. When you choose pararara. Now can you see how good it is? So yes, so yes. This is I know this journey so far has been quite good. So let's keep going. Let's keep going. So we are going to we've gotten far. So now I think the next step is to get this price by state and to get this mileage by state. And I'll still walk you through how to put this 3D view. So but let's get all of these ones now. Now let's get them up. So the next thing is what we call, let's do this. Let's start. Oh no, not here. I wanted to create on that one. Let me go back. Not here. So by state, average price by state means that the y-axis is going to be the state application. Come here, when you open this one, state application is going to be the y-axis. The x-axis is going to be the average price. Do you now see it? So we're going to off something. We're going to change the off the background first. So now we're going to be making edits to this. So now when we go to the y-axis, we're going to make it white. So GUI what? So GUI semi-bold. Now good. So when we come here, title, off the title, Now when you come to the x-axis to the values, you have to make it white. Yes, you have to make the value white too of the title. Now for the head, the head is going to be what? Average price by state, right? But now let's make it better. So do you add bold, make it white. I think I'll have to off these grid lines. I don't really go with it. The grid lines, let's off it. Not really necessary. So now the title is supposed to be centered in the middle. Let's put the title centered in the middle. Space exactly like this. So now we want to get the color code of this particular bar. The color code for the bars, we're going to put it as what? Where is that color code I used the other time? Is this it? Yes, exactly. This is it. Great. So now we're going to copy this, Control C. Now Control V to the other side. Great. So what we are going to do here is not so much different. It's basically almost the same thing. But always position your distance very well. So now we need to calculate the average millage by state. So what we are going to do here is remove this from x-axis. So it is the odometer. Where is the odometer? This is the odometer that we are going to work with. So we're going to use average instead of sum. Exactly. So this is how it's going to be now. This is, but I think we need to change it. Let's change the title to millage by state, and this one, well, let's change the title to, even if it's we're calculating for average price by state here, let's still call it price by state. Do you get, even if regardless? So the title, let's still call it price by state. I think this is way better now. So now we need to create the donut chart under here that is going to help us to calculate how far on the driver assistance system, which talks more on, this is it, whether autopilot, enhanced autopilot, or full self-driving. So now let's bring in our donut chart. Then so now this is our donut chart. So now we've put our pie chart into our visual. We are going to calculate the average price by DAS. So we're going to take the DAS to the legend and take the average price as value. Now the DAS, like I told you earlier, is the driver assistance system. So it helps us to know in the full self-driving, how many percent, like what was the average price of the full self-driving um, Tesla cars, and just for a better analysis. So now we are going to edit it to make it look better. The first thing we are going to do, as usual, is to off the background. Then we come over to the slicers for the full self-driving. So we're going to locate biggest, and we want to make the biggest have the thickest color. So I think the biggest is the full self-driving. Yes. So for the color, I want it to be that main color I worked with the other time. Well, what's the color? Let me get the color of this particular um, bars. I think it's still the same. More colors. A2. Let me copy this. So the color we're going to put here. Yes, exactly. This is what we're going to take our first one to be. Then we now go over to the enhanced by autopilot. This one has an average of 43.8K. You can see properly. So we go to more color, just take it to be up for a lighter, look for a lighter one. So it gets lighter as it changes. So I think this one now is going to be 4B5F exactly. So now when we come over to this place, to the last part, which is the autopilot, this one it has the lowest average price. So I think this one is way cheaper. That's just what you need. You skip this. Just look for a more lighter one. Good. So I think this is okay. So now we're going to make, we still have edit to make here. Um, let's, for the slicer, let's increase the radius to 75, 75. Let me say 70. This one is better. So now we want to make sure that the values that are coming out, the detailed labels, we only want it to be the data value, not with the percentage. So now we are going to make sure that this data, the values are in color white. So exactly. Now for the go to general. For the title, we want to make the title to have the color white also and placed in the center. I'm still going to edit the font if it's in better. So GUI, this one is bold. Let me say 50. And for the labels, I think I forgot off the title for the labels. So the title is not supposed to be there. Where's the data labels? I don't want it to have a title. Even if I want it to, let me, yeah, for the legends, let's up the title. Exactly. So now for the legends, we want to make the legend itself, exit this. We want to make the legend itself have color white, the text to be white. Hmm. This is how perfect it looks now. So we've been able to come this far. Exactly, everything changes. So without having to do a page navigation on multiple pages, we're able to get the actual dashboard. Now, we are going to put the 3D view now. This is the moment we're going to put the 3D view. So what we're going to do is go to our insert, go to buttons, go to blank. So this is it. So now we're going to come here, 3D view. Okay, let me put it in capital letter. So we are going to edit this place, put it white, so GUI semi bold, make the font bigger. I think that's good. That's good enough. So we are going to off the borders. Now come to action on it. Go to web URL. So okay, I want to try to position this because there is a way you put it now, it won't show. Trying to position it better. Let me make sure the car is taking enough space as it should. Great. So I think it's blocking the let's make a reduction in size. I'm just trying to make a way to fit it now. This is how our dashboard looks like. So once you press Control Enter, Control here, it opens this. Now look below here. It opens this for the particular model. Now once you come to this same, if you come here to the Cybertruck, now oh my, I think it's blocking the Cybertruck. I think it's blocking the Cybertruck. So once you come to this Cybertruck, if you click Control, see it, Control click, check below here. You see it has opened the Cybertruck URL. So that's just how to get it. So now you can come here, you check out the 3D model. So what we're going to do now is all from beginning again. Let's try to open, alright, see the 3D model for the Cybertruck. So when you come here to, okay, this one is still loading. Let's try to open everything. I think the best of the models that I actually know I enjoyed working with was this one. Okay, it took us direct. See, it took us direct to the 3D model of this particular. This one, I don't know why this one is still taking so much time. So this is the one for the I think this is model S. This is the model S vehicle. So you can just take a deeper look, and this makes your dashboard interact in a better manner massively. So it's not just only for vehicles. You could actually get an animated model for any particular dashboard you're going to be working with. So what this tutorial actually taught you is not just how to create this dashboard, but to be able to make your dashboard come to life. I really don't know whether you get what I'm saying. So let's get the model Y. The model X is still loading. Oh, I think it has covered the. That was what I was afraid of. It has covered the. Where is the? Where is the what do you call it? Let me try to go back. I'm looking for the link. It was here not quite long. Let me stick it. Oh, you went here. I wasn't the one that who brought it. Let me take it back to where it was. So I'll just go back. So now it's back to. I didn't know it came here. So let's check out the model X. This is what the model X looks like. This is what the model X looks like. It's actually looking good. So this is just how to bring it to life. So let's finish up with um our dashboard. So I've showed you how to do that. Let's finish up with our dashboard. So we need to write in some text box. So now let's off the background of this particular. Is this the one that is supposed to be white? If it's supposed to be white, then is this one that is supposed to be okay? I'll edit it later. Control C. So put another text box. Position it well actually, so you can be able to work with it. So write this one in. I think let's turn this particular. Okay, let's after we've written it now let's off the background. This is okay, good. So but this one now let's change this one to white. Highlight it and put it in white. So we're going to be making, I think we'll have to shift it. Yes, I think we'll have to shift it. Let's shift it a little bit forward because we want to put our symbol for the Tesla at this moment. So image. Why is it trying to make it better? Okay, wait. So just try to edit it in a way you know that okay, yeah, yeah, okay. So voila, I think we're done. Let me confirm if you have it. I think we even made it better. Okay, we are not done. We still have something we have to work with. We have to work on this slicer here for either the accident or the previously prepared one. The one that has no accident or the one that had was previously prepared. So let's do that one. So now we are going to put in our slicer. Come here. highlight the main background. Now we are going to put in our slicer. I think it's new slicer. Button. Should we work with button slicer? Let's try. Let's try button slicer. I don't know whether it was button or normal slicer we're supposed to work with. So now we want to know whether okay. Okay. Where is normal slicer? Okay, so button slicer we're going to we want it tiled. Okay. So put the column to be 2 so it actually fits well. We're still going to make edit. So we're going to off the background and we're going to remove the title because we don't need it at the moment. So now we want to make this look good. So we use the button slicer actually. So we will have to make edit on the slicer settings. This slicer settings, the call out values are good enough. The buttons. So let's go to the buttons. The fill. We want the fill to have like a natural color with the background. So I think this one is good enough. It's not so loud. Anyhow you want to fit this in, just try to or make it look good regardless. So before we call it a day, there are few edits we are going to make now. So we're going to make this dashboard look better than it actually looks now. So we're going to edit this particular section to make it look better. So once you come to your visualization pane, you want to make it bigger. So we come here, the selected color, eh, the selected color, we are going to make it, wait, let's leave the selected color for now. Now this padding, we're going to reduce this padding to 0. This text colors, we're going to put it to this light white or darker white, and selected color I think going to be this exactly. So this gray, this gray. So now you see it looks bigger, the icon section now looks better. So we are going to come over here to this slicer. We are going to make this slicer look better than it actually looks at the moment. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to the slicer settings. Okay, no, sorry, the buttons. So when we come to the buttons, we're going to go to the fill. In the fill, let's put it this. So how does it look? Great, great, just great. So just the any edit you feel like you maybe something is not right, you can actually let me know in the comment section or you can do it yourself. So I think we are good. We are good. So this is what our dashboard looks like at the moment.
So the next video I'll be bringing out on this channel is to teach you how to document your project properly on GitHub. So if you don't want to miss that video because you will need to document this project after you're done, make sure to subscribe to this channel so that you will be kept updated and know when I post the next video. Thank you very much. Subscribe to the channel. Thank you very much.